Hi everyone, it is 7th September today and it is currently 5:03 and this is my to-do list for today. I am going to do a chapter reading of The Midnight Visitor, then we'll revise the notes of agriculture, and then I'm going to do the numericals of the chapter electricity for 1 hour, and then I'll do the revision of the chapter 1 of maths for 2 hours. So basically these three are revision, and since I haven't been doing English literature since the very beginning, so that is why this is not a revision, but these three are actually the revisions, because I have my half yearly around the corner. So we'll start off by revising the chapter electricity numericals. I have already done the chapter reading, so that is why let's start off with the numericals, and I'll do the numericals from the NCERT itself, like the numericals from the exercises in text as well as the examples. So let's put on a timer of 1 hour. Let's put on a timer of 1 hour. And before that, the reason behind me studying downstairs is because the electricity has been fluctuating really bad since the past few days. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just put the timer. So this timer will end in 6:05. So yeah, let's start off with our numericals. And Kaju is here to come. Okay, he's okay. So we'll let him sleep. Now let's start studying. So when you're doing physics numericals, like this is just something that I've noticed, that the most twisted numericals always come from this electricity chapter. Like you never know what the question might be. So make sure that you practice as many numericals as possible. And when you're doing the questions of resistivity, it is better if you convert, if you're given the diameter or the length, it is better to convert all of them in meter rather than converting the area into meter. Just convert every single unit that is given to you in meters, because it is easier, as the SI unit of resistivity is an ohm meter. So this is the mistake that I used to do in the past. So that is why if you're given any units, please make sure that it is in the form of meter. And practicing numericals from every chapter of physics also helps you to understand the chapter very well. Okay, so the timer is over and it is currently 1:06 and I'm done with my electricity numerical revision for today. Now let's take a break of 15 minutes. Okay, and this will end in 6:22. Now let's clean the table, and after that we'll start doing maths. Okay, let's start. So it is currently 6:24 and I have come upstairs again because I believe that the light issue has been resolved. Maybe, let's hope for the best. Now let's put on a timer of 1 hour. So let me first just talk about my plan basically. So I'll start off with doing the NCERT, and then in the first session of doing maths, and then in the next session I'll move on with the book of R.S. Agarwal. So yeah, let's start off and let's put on this timer, and this timer will end in 7:25. So yeah, let's start. So I have divided every maths chapter which is going to be there in the half yearly examination into a few days. Like I'll complete every single chapter in the span of these few days only. So for real numbers, I have given it 2 days, which is today and tomorrow. I'll be done with this chapter like tomorrow, and from day after tomorrow I'll start practicing polynomials. So this chapter is actually very simple as compared to trigonometry or surface area and volume. So those 2-3 chapters are going to take much more time, and this chapter does not have a lot of example problems in the NCERT. So the NCERT was done in a very short span of time. After that I moved to R.S. Agarwal, and the R.S. Agarwal book has some really good word problems from this chapter which have high chances of coming in the examinations. Timer is over. It is currently 7:25, and since I was done with the NCRT, I started doing RS Agarwal, the first exercise, and I'm done with 17 questions. I'm obviously not doing each and every single question. If I believe that the concept is very similar, then I don't do 5 questions of the same concept. I prefer doing 1 or 2 of the same concept. So now let's take a break of 15 minutes. After that, we'll take a long break once we are done with this. Let's take a break of 15 minutes. Timer will end in 7:41. So yeah, I'll be back at 7:41. So it is currently 7:42 and I'm done with my 15 minutes break. Now let's put on a timer of 1 hour again. Okay. And this timer will end in 8:43. So yeah, let's start off with the rest of the questions. It is currently 8:44 and I'm done with my maths work, and hopefully the revision of this chapter will be done by tomorrow. Okay, so I am done with my revision of maths for today. Now we'll move to the revision of agriculture, but after a while, because right now I'm exhausted. So I'll be back after a while and I'll start off with the revision of agriculture. And while doing agriculture, like after completing agriculture, I'll not take a break and I'll continue and I'll directly move to the chapter reading of the Midnight Visitor. So yeah, I'll be back after 30-40 minutes or 45 minutes. It is currently 55. Now I'm not going to put any timer right now. I'll just start off by revising the chapter 3 of geography, agriculture, and then I'll directly move towards the chapter reading of the Midnight Visitor. So yeah, let's start. So here I was revising geography, and this chapter is a little different because you have to memorize most of it. There is no concept or understanding. Mostly the part is of memorizing, and I was also taking the help of the map to understand the location in which these crops are grown. So I was not doing a complete chapter reading because that I'll do later on. Here I was only revising my notes, and after being done with it, I started doing English, and this chapter was actually quite interesting. Like, the ending was really good, so I really liked the story. It's currently 10:59 and I'm done with my work for today. So I have done the chapter reading of English as well as the revision of the chapter agriculture, and I think I had said chapter 3, but it is actually not chapter 3, it is chapter 4 of geography. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I'll see you in my next video, and do let me know about what you think of today's video in the comment section below. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.